I want to address an article that I read on News One, and also I want to address the fact that our people keep saying each time something happens, this is a declaration of war. They're declaring war on you. First, I want to correct that for you. You don't have to worry about nobody declaring war on you. War has been declared on you centuries ago. You're the only one that doesn't know you're at war. With each situation, you are surprised. Only a person that doesn't know that they're at war would be surprised when something that happens in war happens. But let me read this article to you. It says, body shot to death, set on fire near site where Michael Brown was slain. As protesters vented their rage and frustration over Darren Wilson not being indicted, DeAndre Joshua, 20 years old, was found dead inside a parked car Tuesday morning, having been shot to death and set on fire close to the site where unarmed 18-year-old Michael Brown was slain. Now, if any of you are surprised at this, then that's just telling me that you don't realize you're at war. I want to give you a little history about Sojourner Truth that you probably didn't even know. What did you know about Sojourner Truth? That she was an abolitionist? Yeah. That she was a preacher? Yeah. But did you also know that Sojourner Truth in Freedmen's Village just outside of D.C. in the 1860s organized armed slavery patrols?
Sojourner Truth also helped Freedmen's Village. Slave owners from Maryland and Virginia had taken, like I said earlier, had taken to raiding the Freedmen's Village for black children. And if the parents complained, the slave owners would have them thrown in jail. But Sojourner Truth went through the village during the day and said, you know this is illegal. We have laws that will protect you. You just have to complain to the police. This is what she did during the day. During the night, she organized armed patrols whose only job was to shoot people who came onto their land and were looking to cause trouble.
So when the crackers came down to kidnap our babies in Freedmen's Village, this was a village of free people, free black people, but they were being kidnapped and sold into slavery in the 1860s. Huh? Right here in the Washington, D.C. area. But Sojourner Truth, in her reactionary way, it wasn't no damn protest, organized armed patrols to protect the people against these slave raiders. And the order was shoot to kill. Were they just going down the street shooting people to kill for no reason? No. If the slave raider comes in here to take our babies away, she was exercising her natural right to protect her children, to protect the children of the black man and black woman. So she organized armed slave raid patrols. And you thought she was just a little old preacher. That's what you thought. You thought she was just writing articles. If it was today, you would have thought that she was just on YouTube or Facebook talking that stuff, talking out the side of her neck. No. She was acting and she was proactive in her reactionary ways. It's okay to be reactionary, but it can't be a sporadic type of reaction. All right? There got to be some organization to your disorganization. Because if you're too organized, this is part of that black revolutionary science. If you're too organized, then your enemy will be able to see the pattern. See, when you looked at Ferguson burning, it wasn't just building after building after building after building. And I'm not telling no secrets. The government already understands that that was an organized burning of Ferguson. Because let's picture, if you will, in your mind, a square. All right? Each corner of the square, fires were burning. Well, they ain't have so many fire departments, fire trucks and things like that. So if you set a fire in the upper left-hand corner and the upper right-hand corner at the same time, they got to make a decision of which fire they're going to put out. And while they're making that decision, the lower left-hand corner and the lower right-hand corner also got fire set. Huh? Yeah. So they weren't just running down the street setting stuff on fire. Some people were. But there was organized rebellion and protests happening there. I was so proud of them. Because that's action. That's letting these devils know we ain't playing. The FBI agents that got shot, that's letting them devils know we ain't playing. You say, man, we should be talking about peace. We are a peaceful people. Everybody knows that. We are a peaceful people. We prefer peace. We don't want to be fighting. If we got to fight, it's like, man, we trying to get the knockout blow real quick so we can go back to chilling and relaxing and enjoying life. But you can't relax.
We don't naturally want to fight. We're a peaceful people. They are naturally a warring people based on where they come from. All right? So with us, it's like we looking for the knockout blow. We want to end the fight. Or we want to score enough points so at the end of the fight, they can raise our hands in victory. But what we don't know is after the fight is over, for us, they still fighting. So it's logical to burn down Ferguson. It's a logical response. In fact, that's quite a mild response. I don't want to tell you what you need to do. But we can't continue to be reactionary. So they're introducing into your lives and maintaining an artificial reality, and now you're so accustomed to this artificial reality that now you are going to buy into it. You don't want to tear it down. You want to become partners in the madness. It is about race. And it's not about race because we made it about race. In fact, I've told you before that we can't even be racist because we are the races. We're the darkest of the dark to the lightest of the light. The straightest of the straight hair to the curly or the tightest of the curled hair. All right? But you can't be in defensive posture all the time. Eventually, you got to swing back. Because you ain't going to be able to catch every blow. You're going to have to keep them on their heels. And that's what the burning down of Ferguson does. You're going to let them arm themselves against your people. And then when I say something about defending yourself, I don't know about that, Daku. You know, hate is not going to... What? Hate? We don't want to hate. I just told you we enjoy peace. Man, I just want to grow my vegetables. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to do. I ain't trying to fight all day, every day. But you have an enemy that's what they do. They fight all the time. So while they're fighting, you're like, man, I just want to chill with my lady today. I ain't fighting today, y'all. Catch me tomorrow. Catch me next week. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just watch the game. While you watching the game, they putting subliminal messages in the damn game. You can't even watch a ball game without being attacked. And the slick thing about it is you being attacked and you don't even know you being attacked. All right? So understand where we're coming from. We're not saying to be violent just to be violent, but we're saying that defend yourself. And blocking ain't enough because you don't know when a punch is coming. In fact, all you doing is punching. Your enemy's kicking. Your enemy's throwing elbows. Your enemy's biting. Your enemy's spitting, throwing shit. And you on your toes, throwing jabs and shit. You trying to get the left cross. They kicking. You like, I don't understand why I keep getting kicked. You keep getting kicked because you're expecting your enemy to play by some bullshit ass rules that you made up, that your enemy is not following. And even when your enemy makes up these rules, your enemy knows that you believe in his and her rules. They don't follow their own rules. You are a master at their rules. You've been in law for 150 years. You've known about law for 150 years. So don't tell us it's all about the law, my Moorish brothers and sisters. Don't tell us it's all about economic power. Because we've been down that road. We still, right now, we live in the wealthiest black county in America. And even we just recently had an officer involved shooting. Now, it don't matter that the officer, you'll say the officer was black. I don't know what color the officer was, but I do know what color the victim was.
A man is dead in Suitland after a confrontation with a Prince George's County deputy. This happened after the deputy responded to a domestic violence call in the 2300 block of Houston Street. Maryland Bureau Chief Brad Bell is live there tonight. And Brad, I understand the man who was killed was unarmed at the time.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Scott. And that's why people in this neighborhood are telling us they just don't understand how and why this could have happened. One deputy, a 4-year veteran, now on leave, did open fire. The man died hours later. No gun was found on him or in the home.
They didn't have to shoot him. That's my thing. They didn't have to shoot him. Sad. They're very nice people. Very nice people. She's a good neighbor, and so is him.
Well, the Prince George's County Sheriff's Department doesn't have much to say about this. They put out a press release today with just the bare bones details. They would not give us any on-camera comment about what happened at all. The investigation is being handled by the Prince George's County Police, and they say that process is really just getting underway. In Suitland, Brad Bell, ABC 7 News.
The victim was a black man, and you find this all over America. Every 28 hours, a black man is gunned down by the police. So if you look at this book, it was copywritten in 1962. It's called 100 Years of Lynching. Well, we could do an addendum to this book, a volume 2, and say 150 years of lynching. All right? But you keep having the same response to something's been going on for hundreds of years. It happened before slavery, during slavery, after slavery, and even today. But because you got a good job, you got some nice shoes on, you got some nice clothes, you got some nice furniture, you're about to have your Thanksgiving feast in which you're going to celebrate the massacre of our Native American and African ancestors, the slavery of our ancestors, the destruction of nature itself. You're about to celebrate with the goddamn white man. And if you're a white person, you can't celebrate. If you believe that you're an humanitarian, you can't celebrate Thanksgiving. This has been Daku, Akabo, Wa'akatu.